To our Radnor Township Design Review Board meeting. Before we get started, please ask you to turn off your cell phones if you haven't done so. And please keep in mind these meetings are televised live, so when you approach the podium, please let us know who you are and the business you represent. So before we get started, we're going to ask Wally to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Okay, and actually you can lay your paperwork out at the desk beside the podium so the viewers at home can see what you've got. All right, so we'll get started tonight. Our first applicant is DRB 2017-42, the application of Sassano's at Garrett Hill Pizza, 910 Conestoga Road in Rosemont for a wall sign. Sir? Okay. Hello there, how are you doing?
Great, how are you? Santi Pino Cicaglione from Garrett Hill.
Okay, nice to have you here.
Thank you.
Okay, so why don't you tell us what you have in mind with that sign?
This sign is, we obviously just took over the pizza shop that had been there, I think.
Right in the microphone, okay? Speak.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
Thank you.
We basically just reopened a restaurant that had been there for about 40 years. This sign had been there forever. They were selling beer, so it had beer logos on either side of it.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to cover the beer logos over basically because we no longer have a beer license over there.
I got you.
Okay, so there's no structure change, no other changes to the sign.
Okay. Hey, Colin. I think we have a couple issues there. I know that sign never came in for an approval. It's probably been up for a long time. Yeah.
Honestly, I never even knew of the place until about a year ago.
Okay.
But I hear it's been there for a long, long time.
Sure.
Yes.
Okay. I can understand what you did. First off, I'm not too sure that sign, the size of it is even legal.
Okay.
You know, we have strict parameters of how large a sign could be, and they may exceed the amount of square footage you're allowed. So that's the number one issue right there.
Okay.
And the second issue is, on a sign, you're not supposed to put like hoagies, steaks, and all that. It's basically the name of the business, a website, a phone number, an address. You've got almost too much information on there.
Okay.
So like I said, that sign, I don't believe ever came in for approvals. And unfortunately, you've taken it over, and you've taken over a sign that's not in compliance. So.
I understand. That's
Yeah. You're right.
It seems to me that if he took the sign and it was a prior non-conforming use, there may be some issues there. I'm not sure. What
Yeah.
exactly is he applying for?
Well, he behind there was beer signs.
So there was a
it's
beer,
basically-
there was a, yeah, there was beer signs to the left and to the right.
right. And I said we deliver beer and open for beer and had actually a beer logo on it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he just changed the language of it?
Well, basically covered it over. So you don't sell alcohol then?
Right. We don't have
Well, he
beer.
covered it over, but
Yes.
the,
Right.
I guess the dimensions of the sign remain
Yes.
what they were, and,
Yeah.
but for the language to the left and the right. Does he,
I mean, naturally, Sassano's at Garrett Hill Pizza is fine. That's the name of the business.
yeah.
But like you say, it may be too large. On a wall sign like that, you're allowed 2 square feet for the first 15 feet of linear frontage, and then 1 foot additional. You
No,
don't-
I just,
Yeah,
it was a prior, the sign was there. And
sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm sorry, what's that, David?
It's grand,
Uh,
I'm just wondering if it's going back to.
That's
to your
exactly
point,
what
it's
I'm saying.
grandfathered.
Well,
Yeah.
it's not really grandfathered,
Grandfathered,
with
but-
new ownership, and yeah, it has to kind of get everything up to snuff, so. Let me ask you this, do you know how wide your store is?
Oh, it's a new owner.
New owner?
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes.
Same usage, basically. but
Well, did
new
you know
owner.
about it? When you purchased the property, did anybody talk to you about a sign being
No.
not in
I
compliance?
wasn't aware of that because we're just leasing. I didn't purchase the property.
Okay.
Okay.
Any idea
And
how
I'd been there
width yours?
I'm sorry?
Any idea how wide your store is?
The store is about 20, I think it's 28 feet, or 20 or 30 feet. I would have to get the actual dimensions.
Okay.
Exactly, I'm not sure.
Okay. And, yeah, it pretty much goes the length. You know what, I would make this suggestion, if it's okay with Ray and the township, that maybe we could ask this gentleman to come back next month, and maybe if you can get some accurate dimensions on the sign, accurate dimensions on the front of the store, but I get the feeling you're probably gonna have to put up a new sign,
Okay?
all right?
Even though it's been there all these years.
Yes.
Well, we don't,
Yeah,
how long has it been
unfortunately.
there for?
I think it's been there, 30 years, 40 years? I have no idea. I really don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
So
I'm
no one
looking
really
at-
knows if it's in compliance. I mean, it would only be, you'd only be allowed to arguably to do it if it was in compliance at one time, and then the sign code came in. But if the sign was there and it's always been not in compliance, and someone didn't seek to enforce the dimensional restrictions, well, that doesn't give you any relief. You have to, just like any other code, you have to conform to the code.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
right, you know.
I honestly, I just assumed that when we took over, going concern. that it
Well,
was
you should
okay.
talk to your landlord and tell him, hey, you rented me a property, it's supposed to be in compliance with all codes, and it's not, so pay for a new sign for me. That's what I would tell him.
Yes, if it was that easy, I agree.
Well,
What do you guys feel about this?
I'm sympathetic to you, but I'm just saying that, that
Right.
if there's a portion of the property that doesn't comply with the code, and the owner is the same, you're just the lessee. The owner, he shouldn't get the benefit. It should be, hey, if it was just overlooked or what have you, and someone didn't enforce the code against this sign, and now we're having occasion to revisit it, well, then he should be, the owner
Okay.
is responsible for his property. He should change the sign.
You have a photograph, don't you, with you?
Yes, I do.
Put it on the table next door, just so the viewers at home can see exactly what we're talking about. Thank you.
I'm sorry, I put it on the wrong page.
There you go, good, thanks.
So is the issue the food on the left and?
Well, the issue is a couple things. Like I say, it may not
The si-
meet the
the
size
size.
required, possibly. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. We don't know for sure.
Yeah, 'cause I remember it used to be, there's some like, I remember they used to have like some sort of beer
Right.
sales.
Right, it had a
on the-
beer logo and,
Yeah.
Yeah, I
beer.
remember that.
So,
So I'm just,
Well, okay.
and what's the sign made out of? Is it wood?
It's a laminate sign.
Laminate.
It's screwed right into the wall, and it's got a 1x3.
And you just replaced basically the side of it where you
I
had
just covered over, right, just covered over the beer sign.
the pork.
okay. Well, actually, he's probably okay on this side if he's allowed 2 for the first 15, which is 30 square feet. And for an additional, he thinks it's 28, so there's an extra 13, so he's allowed up to 43.
Well, look.
42 square feet, so that probably does. Actually, you know what? They're the panels. They're each like 9 feet on the ends. So there's 18 there. I would.
My opinion is that the sign code is there, and it serves an important, it was instituted to serve an important role, which is to maintain uniform aesthetics through commercial corridors in the township, right? And we understand that there may have been signs that predated the sign code. And for those people, the code would grandfather them in. That's colloquially what they say. But here now, but at some point, the property needs to be, that doesn't last into perpetuity. And the property needs to be brought in conformity with the code. Otherwise, the code has no meaning and serves no purpose. And the purpose behind the code, it doesn't really serve the public. So it's a close call here. I mean, you have a sign that the commissioners have decided to pass an ordinance that they wanted to dictate what signs look like. You're not happy with it, elect different commissioners. and you have a modification to a sign, and it's a close call. It's a close call. Otherwise, that sign could stay there with it forever because it's affixed to the wall. I don't know that the code intended that to be the case. That's what I'm struggling with. At some point, that sign and that facade of that building needs to be improved.
Okay. All right, so I guess would it be a problem for you to stop back next month?
Oh, absolutely not.
Okay, and I think we need, first off, we need to make sure the size of that sign fits the parameters of your building, square footage wise. The other thing is the graphics. We're running into a problem with, you know, it's pretty clear cut in the code book what can go on a sign.
Okay.
And we're going to run into a situation a little later tonight too, with the pork hoagie, steaks and catering. We've usually given people a byline if it's, let's say, Sassano's, and then underneath you can put, you know, pizza shop or whatever. But to be specific on items like that, it's hard to approve. 'Cause
Oh,
the
if that
code
meant
book-
that I would have to cover the white, put another piece of over to the right there, it's no problem there either. I mean,
I almost think that your best bet would, if you could, and do it in a nice way, is just cut the two ends off, and just Garrett Hill Pizza we deliver, and kind of frame it up, and, but I'm not a sign designer,
Okay.
so,
Yes.
again, what do you guys feel? We're in a tough situation
Are
here.
there complaints on the sign?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
Because the sign's been there since the early 90s.
Right.
It's been there as long as I've,
Yeah.
20 years, but like I said, you know, at some point, when do we say, okay,
Sure. Okay.
It's the same thing as any type
They-
of. It goes the same, your earlier point. If you have a building that's being sold and the prior owner was able to live with various different codes and for whatever reason slipped, you know, between the cracks, and the new owner, you're going to have to come to terms with basically bringing the property up to code. Unfortunately, this is the same.
well, that's often the case with the law, is that it happens.
Yeah. Okay. Ray, can you work with the gentleman a little bit there and help him through this? Okay. All right. Okay, so we'll ask you to come back next month. We'll do a continuation on this.
Okay.
We'll ask you to come back next month, and you can talk to Ray about it, and Ray can help you through this a little bit. All right?
Thank you.
Okay,
You're-
thanks.
You're leasing the space, right?
Yes.
Check your lease to see if everything, if there's any, if the landlord's representing that the property's up to code on all, either from a physical standpoint and as well as, I guess, a signage standpoint, and see what type of representations that the landlord has provided to you.
Okay.
Okay, so the next meeting is January 10th, second Wednesday of the month.
We'll see you in a month.
Okay, can we make a motion to continue?
Sure. Motion to continue in the matter of DRB 2017-42, motion to continue to the January 10th, 2018 meeting.
Okay, or a second?
Second?
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Have a good
Okay.
night.
All right, next on the agenda tonight is DRB 2017-46, the application of solid wood cabinets at 398 West Lancaster Avenue in Wayne for wall signs and a monument sign. How you did? This is, just so everybody knows, this is formerly the Flag Lady property at Conestoga and Route 30. How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good.
I am Dave with Image 360, formerly Signs by Tomorrow. I'm representing Solid Wood Cabinets. They are moving into the, like you said, the former Flag Lady building. They want to get two different types of signs. Currently on the building, there's a mix of dimensional letters. They're going to take those down and put up 3 illuminated sign cabinets that are measuring 2 by 8 each. And then there's a pylon sign as well, which is currently on the corner, and they would like to reface that with their graphics.
Okay. I'll tell you what, why don't we start with the monument sign? And why don't you walk us through the materials and, okay?
So it's currently there. I can do a picture of it right there. It's roughly 4 by 8. It's illuminated. We're just going to take off the existing faces and put new faces on, made of acrylic with vinyl graphics. Per code, the only part that'll light up at night is the white. Everything else will be solid.
So at nighttime, what are we going to see exactly?
You're going to see the word cabinets.
That's it?
That's it.
All right.
Is it backlit?
It's backlit. Yeah,
Backlit?
there's lights inside that monument sign.
Yeah, don't put the film on it, so. all
Whether
it
they
says
work or
cabinets.
not is TBD, but we'll make them work when we get there.
Right. All right.
And that's their logo. So
Yeah,
it's
that's,
just-
the yellow is our logo, yeah. So,
Okay,
it's bright,
very bright.
yeah.
It's yellow. And they have billboards all over the place. Maybe you've seen them.
I saw one on Sunday.
Yeah, they have
It-
12
It
locations.
jumps, yeah. One thing, Dave, first off, the sign's too big. You can't exceed 30 square feet.
That sign?
Yes,
Okay.
yeah,
So
30
that sign
30 is your
was-
max.
So that was not in compliance when Flag Lady put it up?
Well, she came in for approvals, and she got approvals, and maybe, the manufacturer made it a little bit bigger than, we
Okay.
told her to make it. But, yeah, it's got to be 30 square feet, no more. So you're going to have to cut it down a little bit. So don't worry
okay.
about what was there before,
Okay,
all right?
okay.
Yeah, 30 is your max. So I don't know, were we going to use existing frame?
I was just gonna pop new faces on, yeah.
If it's 4 by 8, it's got to be smaller.
Okay.
All right, somehow.
Well, can the actual sign reduce and then have a larger border?
I could do
So
that.
the footprint is the same? 'Cause
Oh,
it just-
I see.
it
Like-
just- it
like
just-
frame it?
It just may not look right if it's a smaller sign on an existing background.
right.
Those columns are, yeah. they're-
So if we need to
Yeah.
reduce the signage, maybe add a wider, thicker,
Yeah, I got you.
Border.
Okay. I think that's fair
Fair
enough.
enough?
Yeah, I think it is.
And what, reduce the font?
and reduce the font
Yeah.
and reduce the image, whatever.
I can do that.
Does that work with everyone?
Work with you, right? Okay. All right. I guess the color's a color. There's no getting around that. Right? I know,
It's not my design.
there's
I-
been
we-
concerns.
We may have
we have
as
it?
we do with loud colors, especially a yellow or a red at a major intersection.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's look.
We've asked other companies to either tone down or make that monument sign perhaps less intrusive or standing out so that traffic and the other flow, that is big on that corner.
Do you know where this corner is?
Oh,
It's right-
absolutely.
Yeah, it's a major corner.
And it's not the best corner in the township to begin with. And to
Yeah.
put that kind of sign, or to put the color of sign up there may be a distraction.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I would have to agree. I'm looking at the code right now. Section 280-19, prohibited signs, subsection capital A. Any sign which color, shape, or location conflicts with a traffic signal potential, right?
Yeah, no, we asked Snap Kitchen to change their color.
And
at
and
their
Mattress
new
Factory
location.
last month.
Yeah, we did, yeah.
What, like mute it or like tone it down or just?
Well, they
change
wanted
it
to
something?
put, Snap Kitchen wanted to paint their monument sign, the base, or the structure and everything yellow.
Okay.
Yeah, and just kind of conflicts with yellow traffic signal. And,
I'll do whatever you guys want. You just gotta tell me what
Well-
colors wouldn't conflict.
all right, that's a
Yeah, I
good
think-
question. Yeah. I know it's a tough thing because those are corporate colors and everything, and we're asking to change
Yeah.
the corporate color.
I'm not a big fan of yellow to begin with.
Right, right. It does stand out. I saw their billboard the other day, so, yeah. Okay. All right, so let's just kind of put that on the back burner
Yeah,
for a second, and
yeah.
we'll,
Color's got it.
yeah, 30 square feet, you're going to.
Yeah. I'll just frame it in with more
Frame it in
black
a little bit, okay.
and shrink everything down proportionate. It's only like, we're talking 2 square feet on 32, so it's not.
Okay.
Right.
It's not a huge concession.
Okay. And it's got to meet the 8-foot height from grade, which I think you're okay there, so. We talked about the background. Are you going to change the base at all, or not?
No.
Everything
We're just gonna
stays the
leave it
same
the
there? Okay. All right. Okay, tell us what you plan on doing with the
So-
building itself.
The building is long, and it's got a face, a side facing Lancaster, a side facing that cut street, and then there's like another, they want to put light boxes on 3 sides of that building. And all those sides face certain parts of traffic. So they're proposing 2x8 light boxes, 3 of them, at various parts on the building, like sides and the front.
Let me ask you this, are they going to lease the basement of that building?
They're taking over the whole thing.
They're taking over the whole thing?
Yeah.
Okay, because it's kind of tiered, that
Yeah.
building.
It goes
and-
down.
Yeah.
it's like-
There's an entrance off of Conestoga.
Right,
Road.
right. So do you plan on doing anything on the Conestoga Road side?
Doesn't look like it.
It doesn't look like
No,
it
it was
from
just
the
on
plan.
the
Okay.
sides, right on
Okay.
Lancaster
All
Ave.
right, because that's,
East,
faces
north,
residential. and-
east, north, and west.
Yeah, I hate to see the residents look out and see that bright yellow sign every day, so. Okay,
On
so-
Conestoga Road.
Yeah, so no signage on Conestoga,
Okay.
all right?
You're shaking your head.
What about the awnings? Not, a little non sequitur, but you have green awnings with the,
Those are all probably coming down. They didn't ask me anything about the awnings, but that's
Wait,
that's
don't
the.
they have to come back for the?
Well, if there's
Change
graphics
the
on it.
facade.
Yeah,
Right?
I think they're just going to take them down. I don't think they're not going to do any new
yeah,
awnings.
if they put any advertising on it, naturally they'll have to
Yeah, I
come
think
in.
that's by right, you could do that.
What, just
You take
remove
down
the
the
awnings?
awnings by right.
Just take
Yeah.
them down. Like, you don't put 'em-
Yeah.
I'm saying, you're just gonna take them down?
Yeah, you don't know
They-
anything about the
They
awnings?
did not contract me to do anything
All
with
right.
them.
Okay. So,
But since they're green and that's the flag lady's colors, I think they're probably going to come down.
yeah, okay. Well, mention it to them. If they're going to put any kind of
Yeah, they have to
advertising on
come
there, they're
back
going to have
here.
to come in, all right?
And it can only be on the valance, not on
You
the
got it,
deck.
8-inch tops and all that, yeah. All right. What do you feel about these sign boxes?
They wanted to do letters. You can't do letters because the building facade is so.
It's all sandstone.
It's like, and it's like this. There's no space to put
Yeah.
letters. There's
Well,
like
the
a lot
flag
of
lady's got
detail.
letters. So how did she get them up?
They're like this big.
That's what you like.
Huh?
That's what you like. Now you're talking.
They didn't light up though.
That's all right. How about gooseneck lighting?
They didn't want to do that either. I
Well,
proposed that.
to me, it looks like they wanted to take a cheap way out.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, they make wood cabinets and they're putting up a plastic sign. How ludicrous is that?
No, it's aluminum.
No, I'm saying, they make
Chunk it up the
wood,
corner.
they make wood cabinets, they advertise wood cabinets.
Oh.
Why don't they make a wood sign, a nice wood sign,
Yeah.
right? Doesn't make sense,
This is what they wanted.
right? I mean, it's a
I
prominent
just-
intersection.
I'm just still just caught up on the background color, the yellow, and I
Yeah.
just think that,
You're not a fan.
I'm not a fan.
Yeah.
Well, I think
I don't think
if,
anyone up here is.
I mean, I think if it was done in a wood carved type
Yeah.
sign.
Without the,
yellow-
without the yellow, I think.
They
I
want
just-
their signs illuminated though. That's the thing.
You can
They
eliminate
want
them
it.
though, but.
They want it internally illuminated because we
Right.
went over this. I was like, what about doing dimensional letters? Because like, why reinvent the wheel? Why
Yeah.
not do what Flag Lady had?
Again, I'm looking at the code here. In selecting the principal colors for a sign, colors which complement the general tone of the building should be used. You want to go back and have your client sharpen their pencils and tell them that there's this guy on the board, he's concerned, and I don't want to deny you. I don't want to, I want to give you a chance to come back and
But-
resubmit.
But even at the immediate area, there isn't any signage like this.
No, doesn't, I think there
Yeah,
you go.
there's light boxes around there.
But
General
I'm-
tone, look, you got a major issue with the general tone of the building. That's what initially, that's what's getting us. I think if you had, potentially you had a building that to the extent a yellow sign
I
could
think-
blend, it may not
If you had
be
if you had a
as
neutral-
jarring. I mean,
Yeah.
it jumps out, it doesn't look, that's a major corner there.
If you re-
And
if you
you got a
remove-
couple issues. I think, we identified the issue with the intersection, distracting, right? Unsafe. That's just
Yeah.
grounds enough. And then you have this code right on point. I think you got problems.
When are these guys expected to open up? Any idea?
Soon,
What's soon?
within the January, I think.
Again, I would, nothing against you being here. It's a
No,
shame
I'm not
these
taking it
guys.
personally.
Yeah, no, it's a shame somebody from the company's not here.
No?
Yeah,
That we could talk to. I mean, you're caught in the middle.
yeah,
And, because we have issues. And, you know, it's a nice building.
yeah.
It's a busy intersection.
Are they going to be doing anything to the facade of the building?
Yeah, not that I'm aware of. So
just
can
doesn't-
I ask a question? What if we just say, instead of coming back, I present through email or whatever, different color combinations, and you guys sign off on the color? at a
I
later
think
date?
we would want to see them.
You'd want to see them, okay.
Yeah. Right. Let's get your opinion there.
Yes, it has to be presented
Yeah, for
in
sure.
public forum.
In this forum?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, and you know what, the other thing is, I don't know why do you need two signs on the front of the building?
Yeah.
Why do you need two plastic signs on the front of the
No,
building?
they're not, it's
right?
the sides. So it's side one, side two, and this side, so it like goes like this.
Well,
Like imagine a U, so, you know, this is the side face, there's a.
yeah,
That's the
big
east-
side
that's
with
the
a big
east side.
face, Yeah.
Right.
So the east,
yeah.
and then over here, there's gonna be one.
Oh, I got you. Okay, okay, I see. I didn't know you were putting one on the front.
I would also strongly suggest they consider a wood sign. And I think there's sections in the code. I mean, if I have to, I'll pick through this code and,
Yeah.
you know, so just tell them, this guy, he's got them. And I think, look, I'm not going to speak out of turn without looking at this closely, but I think that, I think there's grounds to deny the permit if it's not wood. I'll just say that. I got to look closer at it, but I think we'd be on the sound legal basis.
Well, what happened if it was on like a plastic or aluminum, but however, it was, they just kind of got rid of,
Have they read the code?
they got rid of the
I've read the
yellow.
code. You're allowed to have.
Well,
like boxes.
you are allowed to have it, but
Yeah.
Well,
Signs shall be constructed only from wood, metal, stone, or other appropriate material which have the general appearance of structures composed primarily of wood, metal, or stone.
Are you in the right
Si-
section?
General regulations?
The
This is
zone?
under the general regulations. The following restrictions and regulations shall be applicable to all permanent signs, all, as permitted by this article.
Then you
Unless-
wouldn't have light boxes in the whole township. and
I'm
there's
just,
tons of them.
I didn't write it. Just
Yeah.
say it. Sign materials should be consistent and complement the original construction materials and architectural style of the building facade on which they are displayed. How does that fit within the dictates of the ordinance here?
What is this construction, stucco? I mean,
it's that Drive It. I remember when it came in, which is basically stuck.
I can't make a stucco sign.
The other thing, Dave,
For this reason, natural materials such as wood, stone, and metal are the most appropriate. If plywood is used, medium density, MDO shall be used as a minimum grade.
Dave, I think we have.
It doesn't restrict you, it just sort of nudges you in the direction of using wood, stone, or metal. I'll give you that, saying it's the most appropriate, but I think that's pretty specific, that it's got to be consistent with the architectural style of the facade of the building. So,
What is,
Imagine-
what's your intent of the material that you're going to build this on? It's going to be plastic?
It's an aluminum,
Aluminum?
it's a sign cabinet, you know,
Okay.
like
Yeah,
you
yeah,
see
yeah,
at a
yeah.
strip mall, which is where these people are coming from.
Right.
yeah, well,
I just,
So it's like, strip mall sign is a light box or a channel letter. Can't do channel letters because there's no space on the building for them. So,
I think, for my opinion, for the material, it's fine. I just think it's like, basically, you're going to need a sign that kind of blends in with the building.
Yeah.
Because the building itself is gray. It's
yeah. You can make the
it's not
cabinet
stucco,
sides any
it's-
color. It's like
Yeah.
the face
Yeah.
that you two have a problem with, and you have a problem with it being metal, or
Needs to go
I don't
with
think it
code.
looks good, right? And
that's a function of the yellow, though. That's not a function of.
And the purpose, again, I'm being a little blunt and inarticulate by saying it doesn't look good, but that
Yeah.
essentially is the reason why we have this code.
Yeah. Well, I can tell them to change their logo.
Now, I was just giving you, none of us could say subjectively, that's not a legal basis for me to reject your application. Because I subjectively, I'm giving you the objective reasons
Yeah.
in here to support my position. If I needed to, I think there are some sound grounds to do it, that's all.
Yeah.
Dave, why don't we, I don't think we're going to get anywhere tonight. Why don't you talk to these people and see if they'll come back in January also?
Yeah, I can tell them that, but what do I tell them? To tone down the color, or we got to go
I think
back?
they need to come in with a little bit of an open mind and just tell them that, you know, we're not real happy about the box signs on a beautiful building like that. Aesthetically, it's not going to
Okay.
fly.
Busy intersection.
Busy intersection with the monument sign.
Doesn't-
Why don't we give them some, why don't we give them some real guidance? So basically
Okay.
say, can you
That's-
put it,
that's
can you
what
build, okay, so my personal opinion, can you come back with a sign, get rid of the yellow, come something that's basically is more blends in with the building or is complementary to the building,
Yeah.
to the color of the building, either the materials of the building, on to your point,
And solid wood.
and,
Solid wood, yeah.
well,
But might or
I don't
not.
They
think
don't
it's
want
a-
to do that, because I
What's that?
suggested that.
It's the name of their business,
I don't think,
right?
it- but it,
They don't
but it,
want
but
it.
it doesn't,
Well,
but I just think from an aesthetic standpoint,
Yeah.
as long, you know, if you just look at it and come back to us in
Yeah.
that type of way, I think that is the stumbling block, at least in my mind, or as well as my eye, about driving either up Conestoga Road, taking that hard right
Yeah.
onto Lancaster, where you're gonna see two signs. You're not gonna see the sign on the east, facing the east.
Yeah.
But that's something that's really gonna catch your eye, and it's gonna be like,
okay, I think Ray wants to say something, Ray?
I'm good. Other than just coming back with something that would more closely match the building, I don't think it would be as objectionable if it was a box with the plastic
By right,
facing
we're
and
allowed
stuff.
to have an illuminated sign
Yeah.
cabinet. there.
Yeah.
Right, oh, yeah.
But, yes, but if you could speak with your client possibly and make it more aesthetically pleasing and match the building
Yeah.
in some way or another, I don't think it would be as
You could
objectionable.
paint the sides of the box a color to
Understand.
match the building. you
Okay.
know, like that can be
Yes,
done.
okay, so can we do something with the front of the box
Yes.
that would make it more closely
No
match
red,
the
yellow, or
building?
green.
Yes and no. You know what we're trying to get at here. It stands out, it's right on the corner, it's yellow, it's lit.
Yeah.
You know, it's going to be a distraction. We have traffic lights there. It's not the best intersection in the township, just only because you come up over the hill on Conestoga. So it's a tough intersection. It's a tough look when you try to turn the corner. There's a lot of distractions there. So, yeah, if they could have that more closely match the building, if they're
got it.
willing to do that.
I actually think for what it's worth, if you got rid of the yellow and going back to your point, if you had some sort of like gooseneck type lighting on it.
Yeah.
It would look, I think it'd look pretty,
Okay.
well, that's your client's
I
call.
suggested that.
Yeah, I mean, the flag lady prior had mounted letters on the building,
Yeah,
and that's
so
another
it's-
option for you. And I'm sure it could be done.
that was my first suggestion.
Yes, I'm sure it can be done. The other thing, Dave, I'm not too sure that sign on your east side's going to fly. Now, you're allowed to have a sign, let's say you're Wayne Jewelers at a main intersection like that. They have one on Route 30, they have one on North Wayne Avenue. If you're at a corner business,
Yeah.
you're getting one on the front side as you come up 30, heading east, but the other side only faces a parking lot, and that parking lot's not even theirs. So really, they're not allowed to have that sign. So you're down to two signs, one on the front of the building, one on the face of the building as you go east on Route 30.
Okay.
Yeah,
So,
you guys still have a lot of signage.
It's plenty of signage.
Yeah, especially with the monument sign.
yeah, it's plenty of
as well.
signage. No, believe me, everybody around town is going to see that sign. Yeah. So, all right, so you have a little bit of ammunition to come back?
Yes.
Okay, and the other thing I think too, I think Wally made the point. I mean, if you're going to leave green awnings with yellow signs, there's, they need to come back with a,
I'm pretty sure the awnings are coming back.
well, we need to know for sure in what
Look,
color. Yeah.
I think we're being a little bit unfair because you're here presenting one plan, and that's not your fault. I think you should tell your client that you strongly recommend that they come to the next meeting, so we can address the issues that we have and potentially provide them with some feedback.
Right, I think it's
Okay.
well said.
Yeah.
And as far as the monument sign, I think whatever you're doing to the building should probably mimic the monument
Right.
sign. And so we'll see you next month. All right, hopefully with the client.
Yeah.
All right, so next meeting is January 10th.
Yes.
Peggy, I guess they're going to have some plans in, they're going to have to have plans by December 20th. Should we hold them to that or not?
As long as he gets them to me, even the following week before I send the packets out to you.
Okay, so we need some corrected plans that we can get in advance, so.
You got it.
All right, so, okay, hold on. You want to make a motion
Yeah,
for a continuation?
in the matter of DRB 2017-46, applicant, solid wood cabinets, motion to continue to the January 10, 2018 meeting.
Okay, is there any further conversation on this end? You guys are good?
We're good.
Okay, here's a second.
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay. All right, Dave, see you next month, all right. All right, next tonight. You afraid of coming up? No, okay, all right, just checking. All right, next tonight is DRB 2017-47, the application of Levels 5 at 595 East Lancaster Avenue in St. David's for a wall sign and window signage. Good evening.
Good evening. My name is David Lapp. I am Senior Project Manager with Level 5. We're based out of Atlanta. We are representing Sun Federal Credit Union, who is based out of Maumee, Ohio. They have other branches in the area. And what we're doing is we're putting a little micro branch, as it were, in that corner spot in the business office attached to the Radnor Hotel.
All right,
So it'll be a credit union branch there,
great, good.
okay?
So that was a
What we're
formerly the
applying
jewelry
for
store.
is
Yeah.
obviously a sign that I have up there now, it's on the front facade, and then we're also gonna talk about a wall sign as well.
Okay, great. Well, why don't we talk about the front
I
sign
did
first?
bring larger ones of these along if you want them.
You can just lay them out if you want on the
Okay,
table.
well,
there.
I've got it here.
Okay,
Because I know this package they were kind of small when I came in the
Okay.
in the application, so.
all right. So why don't you walk us through what you have there?
Okay,
As far as
that,
materials.
we're gonna put the sign, the Sun Federal, on the front of the existing canopy that's already there. Right now, if you drive by it, you see it's got a banner up there that says space available.
Right.
So really what we're doing is we're doing reverse channel illuminated letters that are pin mounted. So it's gonna illuminate the face behind the letters. And then the face of the letters will be painted a PMS color that matches their blue branding color. Okay? It's kind of hard to see in the resolution here.
I'm sorry, can I ask you, if you want to stray from the mic, I'll ask you to use the handheld?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. We have a lot of viewers at home watching this, so.
Okay. So what we're doing here, you see, it doesn't really show up that well, but there's some graphics that will be applied here, and you can see it a little better over here, just to kind of give it a little definition around the sign, and then around the two sides, there will be a small sun logo right there. Okay? This front here will be illuminated. The side piece will just be applied graphics.
It'll be illuminated through what, backlighting?
Yes, sir. So basically, it'll glow the face of the canopy behind it.
Yeah, I think it's appropriate for that location, and I'm trying to think if Glen Morgan has that type of signage too, possibly.
Possibly, yeah.
Yeah,
One of the restaurants there,
right.
in that little area. Yeah.
Okay, so this building's been in before. If you remember, it was a jewelry store. I'm trying to think exactly which one, but I thought it was somebody else, or whoever it was, but it was pretty much in the same area. We approved it, met the height restriction of 15 feet, from grade.
Matches the sandstone.
Yeah, I think it's
With
good.
as well as with the style,
Yeah.
the font, and as well as it matches the existing sconces.
Right. Any idea of the letter height on that Sun Federal? I mean, it certainly
probably have it on the
certainly
sign
sits off the
code.
highway, so we grant them a little larger. And
So the only other.
if you can't find it, it kind of, I think it's pretty much the same height as what was there prior, so.
You know what, I only did square footage.
That's
here
okay.
On my calculations, I didn't do actual height
Yeah, I
of the
saw your
letters.
square footage at the end there, so.
Yeah, the last page of the application, I did the sign area calculations for you there.
Right. Okay.
So that wall sign, total area of the wall sign, including those end cap graphics, is only 15 square feet.
So you're fine. You're good. Okay. All right, so that one's done.
Okay. Now, the other sign that we're applying for is a window sign. This, if you're looking at the front of that building, looking at the corner where the wall sign will be, this is to the left of that, more towards the main entrance, the double doors that goes into the backside of the hotel there. And behind this glass is going to be their workroom. The inside of this credit union will be set up to utilize interactive teller machines. And they'll be through the wall, so obviously the business end will be out in the retail lobby, and the back where you service them, put the cash in and out, will be in this workroom behind this window. So what we're doing, and this is also going to be their break room as well. It's a small space, so we're combining spaces. And also their server rack will be in this room. So what we're doing is we are using a printed Lintec graphic with different shades of white to just make it very subtle of people caring about people. So it's not just a blob of frosted vinyl, we're actually putting some definition on it as well. It'll be completely opaque. I mean, you might be able, at night when the lights are inside, you might be able to see people moving around in there, but nobody's gonna be able to see them working with the cash. And that's a big thing for security.
Okay.
Because obviously you don't want somebody walking by and looking in and going, oh, look at all those loads of money laying right there. Let's do something about that.
And that's
It's a security thing.
And the frontage of that, that's going to be what, on Lancaster Avenue?
That'll be facing Lancaster,
Avenue.
correct.
And so I'm just trying to get
If you're looking at
my
the corner-
orientation. So the main door is going to be here facing Radnor, Chester, right?
The main doors, the front of the hotel faces Lancaster. That's Route 30, right?
Yes.
No, but the main entrance to the credit union is right here, and that's going to be facing credit. This is Chester. Okay, I know where it is. Okay.
All right.
I
Yep.
think, yeah, I have pictures in your package.
Yeah, no, I see it. I see it.
All right.
Yep.
All right, good.
So that's essentially what we're doing, and that'll be just a printed vinyl film. It'll be applied on the second surface of the glass, means it'll be applied from the inside.
Did the owner of the building itself approve this, or do they have any approval rights?
They have approved my plans, and in fact, Joe Birch signed the application as the owner of the building. So I would venture that's an approval on his part. But yes, they have approved a complete set of plans.
Okay. In your calculations on the back, you mentioned you're allowed 20% of the glass space.
Yes.
Actually, you're only allowed 15, because you're in planned business, so you're actually under a different code.
Really?
Yes. You can
Wow, I
check
thought
that
I
out if you
pulled the
look under
right code out
planned
of there.
business, It'll say 15, so. Yeah, so I don't know if you calculate it out, you might be a little over, so you might have to reduce a little bit.
So 598 times 15% is what?
So as long as it meets 15% or less. like
And
I
what
said.
so if I referenced the wrong section there then?
Yeah, you did, yeah.
What is the correct section
It's
then?
planned business. Planned business,
Okay.
yeah. So if you look in the code book under
Do
planned
you have the
business. it'll
section
tell you.
handy? I'll go look at it. Or if not, I'll find it.
We'll find it here.
I'm over by 22 square feet.
Should be somewhere in there, so it's 15%. look.
I don't see anything about percentages.
Guess I'm dreaming. Warning signs, freestanding signs. No, somewhere I saw it. But there you go. Right there.
Yeah, 15% of the glass area. Section 280-123, subpart cap A, sign area.
So we allowed 15%?
Yeah, non-temporary and temporary window signs. Is there something other than those two? Shall be permitted only within shopping centers and retail developments and shall be limited to 15% of the glass area. Yeah, I don't know.
Hopefully you didn't make it yet.
What's that?
Hopefully you didn't make your graphics out yet. You might have to reduce it, so.
Oh, I haven't made it yet.
Okay, all right. So just scale it
I'm gonna
back.
make some before I got approval on it.
Okay, all right.
That'd be rather silly on my
You're
part.
smart, wow.
Um,
All right,
Well, then I'm gonna have to go back and recalculate, because if I have to reduce that graphic, that's gonna allow people to see into that room, and that's a security issue.
well, it shouldn't be that much, I mean, 20% to
22
15%.
square feet. At 15% of 598.92 square feet of total glass in the building.
Well, I think it would
Yeah,
be,
but-
I think it's the.
It's the people, it's the graphic.
It's the
not-
graphic.
It's not the
Yeah.
background.
So I don't know.
It's not the
Yeah,
opaque.
the opaque, if you
It's
want to
not the
make the,
opaque.
yeah, I don't want to, sorry,
Okay,
Paul's talking.
let me clarify something real quick. You talking, I only have to count the part that says people caring about people? I counted the whole area because it was all one piece of film.
I would say you
Yeah.
count the whole 3, right?
But that 112 square feet includes from this side all the way over here, top to bottom. If what you're saying is I only need to count the people caring about people, the actual graphic,
No,
it
count
should
your window,
should be the
your
top
whole
of it.
window area,
yeah,
and you're allowed 15% of that window area.
that's what I'm asking about, the
Yes.
15%.
Right.
Is that only about the people caring about people, the words itself?
Yeah, just the words itself.
But-
Well,
Yeah,
then I'm probably fine, because
Yeah.
that 122,
You gotta
that
keep-
112 square feet
Okay.
is side to side, top to bottom, complete.
yeah.
You're just calculating, are you calculating the smaller rectangles above the larger?
That is a spandrel glass, so it's still glass.
That's part of, isn't that
That's
part of,
part of
that's
the-
part of the
That's
calculation,
part of
right?
the total glass in the building at the 598 square feet. That's spandrel glass, obviously, you know, the backside of it, you can't see through it,
Sure.
but it's still glass area.
But I'm saying from our to calculate the 15%, don't you apply the 15% on the area including the,
I would, yeah.
yeah.
Correct, and that's what I did, but what
Right.
I'm saying is, when I came up with the 102, or 112.52 square feet, I counted complete, this side to this side, top to bottom of the film I'm applying. If what I heard you say is the only part is the
Okay,
graphic,
just the
the actual
graphics, yeah, right.
sign, that the
Yeah.
background doesn't matter, then I'm fine.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, all right.
I think I got plenty of room.
Okay, fine.
I mean,
That's good.
I can
Just wanna make sure.
recalculate it and send it back to you and verify that, but.
I mean, the way you have it laid out there, it looks like you're pretty much
Yeah.
taking up the whole glass.
Well, I mean, basically,
Why don't you give us a recalculation?
most of this pane here is
Is that
not
what
even
you're
covered by
saying?
anything.
I don't know, it's, yeah.
All right. Okay. All right, just don't go overboard, basically. Yeah, try
Yeah.
to stay within that parameter. Okay?
Okay.
All right.
I'll make sure, and if I
Yeah.
have to reduce the font a little bit, then we'll do that.
Exactly.
As long as you say the background doesn't count in that calculation, I'll
Right.
make sure I'm less than 15%.
Exactly, thank you. That's
Okay.
what we're
Then I
asking.
think we're fine then,
Yeah.
in that regard.
Sure. One last thing, the monument sign out front, are you guys going to be listed on that?
You know what, I'm not sure.
Okay.
I don't think so.
Okay.
But that would be something that the landlord's doing for him as part of the lease.
Okay.
That's
Ray-
not something that's in my scope of work.
Would you want them to come back if they put, if they tag the monument sign with the business? Would you want them to come back or not?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's do it.
All right.
Okay, because that's not in my scope of work, and it might be something the landlord's doing for
The
them.
monument sign has a number of different businesses on there, so.
No,
Sorry.
that's fine.
Go ahead, David.
No, the other question I have is that with the marquee, I'm not sure, what do we call this, the canopy or the marquee sign? Do you need the address, or do you need the suite number
I think,
on top?
I think that address is pretty prominent down there. It is, right? Yeah, I'm trying to think, I've seen it in my head. And
Okay.
yeah. Okay, so we're good there. All right. Any other comments or questions for this gentleman? Any other comments or questions for the board?
No, sir?
Okay, you know what we will do is just ask you to recalculate and just submit that to the township for their files. The new calculation on the window signage.
I'll have my designer do that, and I'll
Okay.
have it over here probably tomorrow or the next day. Who do I
Okay.
send that to? Just,
You can send it to Peggy. I'm sorry, Peggy, you
Yeah,
have a
and
question
can
also?
we get a copy of what he presented this evening, because it's not what we got in the original packet?
It's not.
No, if you notice, none of the signage was given to us, it's all blanks and says space available.
Oh, okay.
well, hold on a minute.
Really?
Yeah, I don't have it.
Yeah, this is all we have. That's all they presented.
Okay.
All right.
You have it in yours?
right
that
here.
has- Okay, yeah, I don't know.
This
Can
is
I get a
what I
copy of that?
submitted.
Can I get an extra copy?
I'll give you this copy.
Perfect, thank you.
Yeah, I just copied what I submitted to you people, to you guys. Oh, really? You didn't get the application, right?
15.
Do you want a larger one of the sign too? I got one with me. There's a couple copies for you. That way you have them. Okay, sure.
Is there any other questions for the board? You okay?
Just as long as we're approved, I'm good.
Okay, well, we're going to do that right now. David?
In the matter of DRB 2017-47, I submit for your approval the signage for Level 5 LLC located 595 East Lancaster Avenue, subject to that the signage, the font remains at a maximum size of 15% of the total area of that combined glass window.
Very good. Do we hear a second?
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Okay, you bet. Thank you. Next tonight is DRB 2017-48, the application of Cornerstone at 5 West Avenue, zoned under the Wayne Business Overlay District for awnings. Hello there.
Hi,
Good, how you doing?
Well, how are you?
Good, thanks. Okay. So you guys have been up and running, what, for about a year now?
2.5 years.
All right. Time goes quick. All right, so why don't you walk us through and tell us what you have planned here?
All right, so I am the designer working with my client Cornerstone in the process of designing new awnings. They are currently renovating the space next to them and are taking over that space, and so want to redo the awnings of the business that previously resided there. And so we want to create a consistent and cohesive look with all of the awnings across that corner area there at 1 West Avenue. Pretty simple treatment, just black awning, white typography, fixed height, and no lighting on the awnings whatsoever.
How high are your letters?
We'd like to go as high as 8 inches.
Yeah, that's what's
yeah.
allowed by code.
Yeah.
Okay.
The face of the awning is 10 inches, so we're just thinking like 1 inch negative space above and below, just to try to maximize the legibility of that type.
Okay. And right now you have awnings there now. Of course, I guess 2 are not yours or 1 are not yours, and you can,
That's correct. So on this left-hand image, the 2 on the left-hand side are currently not theirs. That's what we be redoing from the previous business.
Right.
And so we also have been undergoing a bit of a rebranding as we seek to overtake this existing space. They're offering some new offerings such as a bar and a different kind of a branding presence. So in trying to create this new branding, as I said, cohesive look and feel, we're going to redo the current awnings that they have on their
Right.
space on the corner as well.
all right. I know we have a little bit of a problem here. unfortunately. I'm trying to think who was here for the application of LaPon. Right. And if you remember what we went through, and if you want to explain it to, you remember?
Trying to remember.
Well, they came in and
They had breakfast, lunch,
Yes,
dinner,
yeah.
I think.
the code's pretty clear about what you can put on the awning.
Okay.
And basically, you can put like the name of the business, proprietor's name, website, phone number.
Yeah.
Right.
That's about it.
So if you look at the actual name of the business, it does include all of the words that are included on the awning.
Yeah.
That's the name of the business.
That's the name of the business, yeah. Cornerstone Bistro, Cocktails, Oysters, Artisanal Market, Cheese Charcuterie, BYOB.
It's a long name.
It's a long name.
Yeah.
But they have a very wide offering.
Okay.
And so part of the challenge that they've been undergoing in the 2 years that they've resided in the space is that consumers don't really understand all that there is to the value that they provide to the community. So that is one reason why they kind of underwent this whole branding exercise
Okay.
to really establish themselves and the value that they provide.
I see this different than with what LaPon Quotidian had.
I agree, and to their defense, it's the name of their
Well,
business.
if it's the name of their business,
Yeah.
I think it is.
It is.
Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, they wanted to come in.
So
with-
touche.
Yeah, I know
Yeah.
it seems wordy,
like
but
this.
honestly, if you haven't been there, you should go check it out. They actually do live up to their name.
All right, I think Ray wants to say something.
Go ahead.
Ray?
We just approved the building permit, and I can tell you, this name is not on the building permit. For the owner.
There's a document right here from the state of what our LLC is.
It doesn't matter. When you apply for building permit or your food license, what do you put down there?
So this is an umbrella under that.
I don't know anything about it, Marla. All I know is that isn't the name on the building permit. So either the building permit's incorrect, your food license is incorrect, or you're operating, doing business as.
No, this is an amendment, so if you actually go into the state.
I don't go onto the state. I go by the building permits that's submitted to the township and the food license hanging in your store. Is that what's hanging in your
if you
store
look-
now?
so if you look-
I'm sorry, can you just get a little closer to the mic? I'm sorry.
If you actually looked on, even though it's not the exact word, it's an amendment to our LLC. So if you go onto the state, it'll say Cornerstone Cheese and Charcuterie, and it has been amended just recently. And so that's completely legal.
Correct, but you'll have to have your food license amended as well,
And your building permit also.
Okay?
so that
Be
it all
happy to do
matches.
So it all matches. Simple enough.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, not sure you can't put all that on one awning,
I think,
but
I think they're good.
I think it looks fine. I have no problem with it.
okay, so everything you have listed is on your name of your business. Okay.
And I just see a difference with what we were talking about last meeting.
Right, yeah.
With the other.
Yeah, I think they were listing lunch.
Right.
Yeah, and right on the
I think,
corner. And as well as,
beer,
wine.
yeah.
and as well as aesthetically, this matches with what you
It's very
already have.
nice. Looks
Okay.
nice.
It's nice.
Yeah.
All right,
Definitely like the black.
Yeah.
okay.
Matches nicely.
Yeah, to square away everything else. I can't speak to that.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
And
Interesting.
all 5 awnings are being replaced? They're all new, all 5, so they'll all match?
They'll all
Not-
be completely.
Just not the 2 new ones? So
That's
that-
correct.
yeah.
All of them will be redone at the same time.
Okay,
Good.
and you're going to use Sunbrella,
Yeah.
Sunbrella black?
Yeah.
Okay.
And the same
so-
dimensions that it's already at right now, right?
Exactly.
All right. All right,
All right.
okay, good. All right, want to, Wally, or excuse me, Colin?
Sure. In the matter of DRB 2017-48, application for Cornerstone, I'm not going to read the name. Cornerstone, 5 new awnings for the facade. Motion to approve. Get a
Okay.
second?
Here, a second?
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Second.
I,
Okay, aye. All right,
Thank you.
thank you.
Thanks, everybody.
Hey, want this
Good
back?
luck.
Or I don't know if Ray, do you want this? Okay. All right, thank you, guys. You bet. All right, last tonight is DRB 2017-49, the application of Anchored in the Main Line at 201 East Lancaster Avenue in Wayne, zoned under the Wayne Business Overlay District for wall signs and window signage. Hi there.
Hi,
How are you?
how are you?
Good. So you're new to Wayne?
Well, I'm a resident.
Okay.
But
New business to
yeah,
Wayne.
New business, yeah.
Okay. Before we get started, do you want to give us a 30-second commercial? Tell us a little bit about your business?
Sure.
Free of
Yeah.
charge.
So, thanks. My name's Cindy Walsh. I am the owner of Anchored Inn, and this is actually our second store. Our original store is in Sea Isle City, New Jersey, and so we've come closer to home. That one is only a seasonal business. We actually just shut down this weekend for the winter and wanted to do another one more full-time, long-term.
Great.
So we moved into the old deconstructed living space, which is fabulous and beautiful, and we hope to make it even more so from the exterior signage that hopefully gets approved tonight.
Right.
Because we've been open since December 1st.
Great.
And so, yeah, we just focus on, everything we hope to celebrate that is the main line: families, weddings, babies, teenagers,
So basically, you're selling gifts?
gifts, home
Yeah.
apparel. Mhm.
Great. Good. Lots of luck.
Thank you.
Okay, good.
Which building is this?
It's 201 East Lancaster on the corner of Lancaster Avenue and Luella Court.
if you're
Immediately across from the TD Bank. It's right next door to the new mattress factory and the neon signage there. So
We toned that down, too.
I was shocked
It
to hear
was
that.
gonna be, it was gonna be
Yeah, we did a
worse.
good job. That really looks good. We should
You're
plan our-
lucky, because they came in with a different sign.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That came out really well, I think.
It looks
Yeah,
better
all
than what
things
they
being
presented.
considered, yeah, for sure. So, okay. All right, so
Yes.
why don't you walk us through?
Yeah.
Tell us
So we
what you have in
two-
mind.
Yeah, we have two design options, and I don't know, where are you all putting?
Right where your left hand is. You can lay it right there.
Okay.
Your paperwork. Yeah.
We have two options, which I think I'm actually going to start with the latter.
Okay.
just Based on some of the conversation I heard tonight. Does this go down, or?
Now, just lay it up, just like
Right
that.
right on the table.
Yeah. And more in the middle.
Oh,
There you go.
there we are. Okay.
Perfect.
Okay, so in my other store, I have the letters that are cut out that was submitted as part of option one. Feedback from the sign designer is that based on the red brick and the dark lettering, which we had done at PMS Navy, that it just wouldn't show. He did another treatment option as far as a white, but I wasn't too crazed about that either. So I think what I'm leaning towards, and I'm happy to take some guidance from the board, is to go with a navy with a gold embossed lettering on the, I think you guys call it MDO, or the whatever the medium.
Now, that
Overlay.
sign we're looking at now, that's the one that
Yes, that's the
faces
one
Route 30?
which- Yes.
Okay.
Route 30, and based on our corner promise,
Yes.
I would like to have a similar one, just as long as it fits within the zoning requirements to be on the corner of Luella Court as
Okay.
well.
Yeah, which you're allowed to have.
Mhm.
So, okay. All right, do you have some measurements for us on that?
I do.
Heights and, okay.
Yeah.
You guys like
20
that?
24 inches
24 high,
high
yeah.
by 12 wide.
Okay. Do you like the navy and gold?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yes.
I think it'll look good.
sure.
Yeah.
That.
Okay. I'm sorry, what was that, Colin?
It was 2 feet high by 12 feet wide.
Okay.
That's the sign size.
And the letter height?
I don't see that.
Okay.
Do you see that?
I saw it somewhere.
Yeah, on the acrylic, it was,
10.
yeah, let me see here.
There's a hair over 10 inches in this
Yep.
smaller graphics. The main line were a little
The
over
10
4
inches
inches.
on the large and 4.5 on the
Right.
block.
Okay.
3, roughly a little over 6 inches, it looks like,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
for the main line, looks like a little over 6 inches.
Okay. Are you happy with that size?
I'd like it, as big as I can, just based on the trees and, like I said, the
Yeah.
mattress factory glaring in our window.
Yeah. How are you going to light that? Or is it going to be light? Is there
We've got
gooseneck
goose
there?
lighting.
It's
There's goose
existing?
lighting that's turned down, and I may turn it up. if we're, everyone seems to think that that's okay, including the realtor, but
Wait, what do you mean, you're going to turn it up? What do you mean?
turn the goose lights the other way so that they shine up instead of
Shine
down
up
into the
the
window.
facade of the brick, you mean?
I'm sorry?
Are they above the sign?
No, that, right now, they're above the window, kind of below the sign facing into the glass. But if
Oh, I see.
they're saying if we can literally just turn them the other way, they would eliminate the sign a little bit.
Just give it kind of a wash look?
Just, yeah,
I see.
just a
okay.
highlight.
All right. You probably have one of the Wayne lamps right out front of your store, don't you?
We.
I don't know if you're getting a whole lot of light from that, but,
No, we have, yeah, I'm sorry, we do have one of the
Yeah.
little lamps, yes.
Mhm, okay.
Yeah, immediately on the corner.
okay,
Yeah, but you're right, there's not a lot of light there.
okay. All right. Keep in mind, too, and you may want to tell whoever's doing your work, I don't know if you've gotten somebody then, it sounds
Yeah.
like you have. Yeah, the fasteners cannot be shown. They have to be
Okay.
a blind fastener, so, okay, you just can't drill bolts right through and
Okay,
see big,
so,
yeah.
from the back, you're saying?
Well, however they do it, the camouflage.
Okay,
Okay.
yeah,
so,
they've,
yeah, basically hidden fasteners, so.
got it.
All right. Okay, so we're good with that sign?
Yeah.
You guys are good with that?
Yes.
Okay, good. All
Okay,
right.
and then the window one, which I apologize.
I'm sorry, so you plan on doing something on Luella's side also?
Yes, I would like to replicate it just corner to corner.
Same
Same
type of
exact
sign?
treatment, yes.
Okay. All right.
And then this is the Seattle version, with a stacked logo like that on the door, just in a white decal, very simple. They would say the main line instead of Seattle. Which was, it's included in the paperwork. I apologize that there's no artwork on it.
Okay.
On the door itself or the storefront?
No, on the door where you walk in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anything for the window itself, or are you going to use that more as a window display?
Yeah, I'm gonna stay away from that, just,
Okay. So, okay, that's fine. If, in Wayne, you're allowed to use 20%. This other gentleman before us was only allowed 15 where he was, but you're allowed 20%.
okay.
So we would ask you if you do something permanent to stop
Yeah,
back and see us.
I would.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not planning on it right now, it's,
Okay. Is your address number on the building? We
It
want to
is.
make sure it is. Okay.
is.
All right, good. And we didn't talk about it with any of the other applicants tonight, but, and we probably should have mentioned it to the last one, but you're not allowed to put those A-frame type signs out front. You do see them.
oh, like the Wayne Business Association one
Forget it.
has?
Yeah, you're not allowed to have those.
We don't have one, I was gonna ask
Okay.
for one, so.
Yeah,
okay.
don't save your money. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so, yeah, they're not permitted.
Okay,
All right.
from a danger tripping, or just in general?
Well, that's
eyesore?
probably the number one reason.
Okay.
Eyesore is certainly a reason too, so.
Got it.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, you do see a lot of them around, but.
Yes.
They're causing many headaches for the township,
Oh,
trying to
yep.
enforce that, so.
Understood.
Yeah.
We
The more
won't
you-
do that.
The more you tell them no, the more they put them up. So, yeah. So, all right. What else, guys? Any comments, questions? No?
I think it looks great.
Great,
Yeah.
thank you.
Good luck.
Thank you very much.
Well, you're all right.
I'm good.
Okay, you want to finish it up, take this one?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
In the matter of DRB 2017-49, anchored in the main line, motion to approve?
Here, a second.
I second.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Lots of luck to you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Take care.
Okay, any other business for the board tonight?
No.
You guys all right? Just like to thank, I think this is Lisa Yakulis's last meeting, even though she's not here, so
Okay.
we want to thank Lisa for her service to the board, and I guess we will have an open spot starting in January,
Okay.
I think. We'll double check with Peggy, but I'm pretty sure.
I'll have to
Okay.
do some recruiting.
There you go. All right. Any other business? We're okay? All
Good to
right.
go.
We'll see you next
All
year.
right.
Thanks a lot,
See you
guys.
next month.
Okay.
Merry Christmas.
Actually,